Brezscales, man. I have been looking forward to this video for a long ass time. Honestly, there's a billion reasons why this video is exciting for me, but the one that should be exciting for everybody is this guy makes 500 grand every single month off his coaching program. He has some of the best systems in place for a coaching program I've seen out there for any creator. Basically, today we'll be breaking down those systems. Why should you care about them? I mean, you shouldn't. If you're not a creator, you should not even be watching this video in the first place. If you're a creator looking to scale your coaching program or looking to launch your coaching program, this video is perfect for you. And I'm looking forward to breaking this down. This is how this guy gets people from strictly viewers, people who haven't heard about him, who hadn't heard about him before consuming his content, to people who are ready to buy and actually do end up spending thousands with him on mentorships, on programs. But also, I have been part of this system. I have sold for this offer. I have sold for this creator before. I have been on the team. So this is very, 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 very intimate information about this offer, about this program, and I'm looking forward to breaking this down. So let's break this down. Brezscales on YouTube. YouTube is where the source is, bro. This is where you make a shit ton of money. If you can have people watch you constantly on YouTube, and you are talking about something that's actually valuable and can change people's lives, like how to make money online, like how they could better themselves relationship-wise or spiritually, whatever you're talking about on YouTube that has value behind it is literally a cash cow for you. Because if people consume your content multiple times and know that you can help them solve a problem, and they sit down for hours or even minutes and watch you continuously, you are way more likely to convert them when you do tell them, I'm capable enough of teaching you this if you pay me so and so. Right? So YouTube is where the money is, and Brez has cracked the YouTube code. So not to go too deep into his YouTube, but all he basically does here is nurturing content, basically making you guys more familiar with him as a person, as a creator, his personal life, basically just a mirror into what he actually does. So this makes you feel already like you know who you're talking to before you ever even get to the point where he asks you for money or for a coaching program, whatever it is. The point is, this pulls you in and this makes you feel like you're already immersed in his world and you know what you can get from him. So this style of content that he does is fantastic for building that familiarity and that love between prospects and people or creators themselves, right? So it goes back to the first rule of marketing. Basically, for someone to get to the point where they're ready to buy, you need to make sure they know, like, and trust you. They know. We'll get to that part as far as the TikToks and the actual clippers and the systems they have for making sure that awareness is being built. But as far as this YouTube, he's getting you to the point where you know, like, and trust him because you feel like you know this guy's day-to-day life. You understand what he does on a daily basis. And obviously in between he has sometimes where he does educate you on what he actually does. And yeah, also, I'm not gonna lie, a bunch of this content is also geared towards a lifestyle and just making sure that people understand that he's actually living the life or living the dream that he actually is selling to the prospect, right? So most of the people who follow him are young kids who actually want to live the life that he lives. Okay, that being said, again, YouTube is the cash cow. After YouTube, we go to TikTok. TikTok is the attention grabber. This is where you can get a shit ton of eyeballs to your content, to you as a person, to whatever you're selling, to your offer, to products that you may be selling. Whatever it is, TikTok is for you. Now, what I want to point out here is within his TikTok, you see he has a billion accounts. Probably not his, but these are most likely clippers that were paid to make sure that this guy's content is as viral and as out there as possible. And every single one of them will be channeling back to his main account, which will be channeling to the VSL that I will then break down for you guys as well. So again, Guys, stick with me here. This is 500,000 monthly. This is how it's made. There is no fluff in this video. This is exactly how it's made. TikTok, like I said, generates a shit ton of eyeballs. You can see how many likes individually on these accounts. You have 13 million here, you have 10 million, you have 1.4, you have 2.5, you have 4.1, you have 400. It's just amazing, basically. And this is not views, like I said, this is likes. The engagement is crazy. The eyeballs on this content are crazy. And this is all leading to this. There is a link within every single profile leading up until this VSL. I'll break down what the VSL is, but let's go to Instagram. Instagram is basically also the same ball game. He has a section, obviously, where he posts strictly lifestyle. That's where his actual normal feed. And then he also posts reels, which have the same, basically the same aim as TikTok, to gather attention, to educate, to nurture, and then to drive traffic to his page, which then drives traffic to the VSL. Now, what a VSL is a video sales letter, for whoever doesn't know this. This is basically a pre-written, scripted video that you record that basically is the essence of your market research. You understanding your prospects, what they want from you, why they want to achieve what they want to achieve, how they would like to get there, what their fears are, what their desires are. Basically, everything about the prospect is taken and then used to script out a video, which is basically geared at converting them or making them just feel a little easier about buying, right? Feel a little easier about, you're soothing their nerves, basically, before you get them to the actual point where they're ready to buy, consume, spend with you, basically, and then actually making sure that they're one step closer to getting results. Because think about this, communication is all about understanding what the other person wants to hear and needs to hear in order to take action. That's the best form, or the peak, basically, of communication. If I can know that you will understand me if I put it in this certain way, or if I say this in this certain manner, this will actually get you to take action. That's the way I should communicate. So that's the point of a VSL, basically. And before you even get to watch the VSL, you are going to be asked to fill in your email and your number for the purpose of basically being reached out to and being marketed to. There's also a disclaimer there, basically a legal disclaimer, which says if you fill this in, you're basically accepting the fact that you'll be marketed to, right? So they have to put that there for legal reasons. But yeah, your email is basically collected, and then you get automatic emails from Brez every now and then, which is basically aimed at the same thing, to nurture you, educate you. Is basically going to be in the language of the people who actually do view Brez and are ideal for the course. And yeah, the aim of it, like I said, is to nurture, to make those people understand the fact that Brez is the person that's going to take them from A to Z, basically where they are right now to where they're trying to get to. Okay, so from the VSL, if you watch the VSL, there's two things that happens. Either you say, nah, fuck this, you click off, and that basically takes you to a dialer, right? Who is going to call you and tell you, hey, what's up? Like, I see you basically signed filled a form. It looks like you were interested in learning from Brez. Is that correct? When you do that, you're basically trying to see if they're even interested, if they have the money to pay, if they were interested, where they are right now in life, where they're trying to go, if we can actually get them there. That's the process that happens if they watch the VSL and they don't fill out the type form. If they do watch the VSL, finish it, and then take the next step to filling out a form, which basically qualifies them. Within this form, you have questions like, what do you do right now? You have questions like, how much money you make, right? You have questions like, are you aware that this is a paid program? Do not fill out this form if you don't have money to invest. You have questions like, if you ever have done the things that Brez is willing to teach you, if you already have an agency, if you don't have an agency. Basically trying to understand where you are right now. This does a bunch of things. First of all, it lets the marketing team know what collective of people fill out the forms the most. Is it people who are already educated? Is it people who already have agencies? So This then goes back to making the content better and the emails better and everything within the marketing better because you understand more of who you're speaking to. So that's why type forms are so essential, especially with this type of traffic that he's getting. He's getting a lot of eyeballs to his content. So he needs to filter out the ones that he needs, the people that are serious, basically, and not just people who are random scrollers or funnel hackers, as we call them. But yeah, okay, so it takes them to a type form. When they fill the type form, they get to the point where they book a call. They book a call and they speak with a sales rep who is basically going to ask them a couple of questions about where they are right now, where they're trying to get to, if we can actually help them. And after that happens, you either close the deal $4, or if you do not close the deal, then you take them back to the email automation, basically where you'll be remarketed to, resold to. Obviously, you don't have to take them back to any social media because they're already there. They already see your content. That's how they got here in the first place. So you're being marketed to there. Now we also have your emails, so you're also being marketed to per email. And most emails that are marketing based have a link below where you could either apply for the program, go over the same process again to actually get you back to the point where you are filling out the form again, and then call again, and then most likely close this time, especially if it's the second time. So that basically is the process of how Brez makes 500K a month. It is so simple, but there are so many moving components to it. There is so many people also behind this. There's someone dialing, there's someone in charge of the sales, there's someone overseeing the whole process, making sure that everything is dialed in, everything is bringing the results that they should. There's someone behind the marketing, there's someone behind the scripting of the emails, there's someone behind the scripting of the actual VSL itself. There's someone behind the market research that goes behind it, making sure that everything is dialed in and they keep those consistent 500K months.